Hi, big friends and little friends. Welcome back to Seasoned Story Time. And again, I'm so excited for you to be here with me today because I have another true story coming your way for Black History Month. And you might be asking yourself, why am I wearing a Spider-Man costume? Because for one, I like Spider-Man. But for two, the true story I'm going to share with you is about a man who wrote comic books for Spider-Man. And his name is Dwayne McDuffie. And I'll show you a little illustration here of him drawing. Oh, and you know what? I forgot to tell you guys. I'm reading from The Little Legends, Exceptional Men in Black History by Vashati Harrison. And this is where both of the true stories have been coming from. So apologize for the last video. I didn't share with you what book I read from, but this is what we're reading from today. So let's begin. So Dwayne McDuffie, a comic book author and a publisher. As a kid, Dwayne loved two things more than anything else: science and science fiction. He entered as many fairs as possible and read all the comic books he could get his hands on. He always dreamed of one day bringing his passions together to become an astronaut. But that didn't happen, because one day he was being kind of silly in class and he made a film about Batman. So that got him thinking, maybe I can create stories for a living. I'm pretty good at it. So once again, you can do whatever you're good at. Make a living out of it. So he graduated from the University of Michigan with a master's degree in physics, but in 1983 he moved to New York to attend film school. One day, a homie of his told him about a job at Marvel Comics, working on superhero trading cards. Dwayne quickly moved up in the ranks at Marvel because he was so good at what he does, writing for such characters as Spider-Man, Captain Marvel, and She-Hulk, while creating his own comic called Damage Control. While working in the comics industry, Dwayne noticed that there weren't a lot of characters of color, and the ones he did see didn't seem authentic. So Dwayne decided to help make a change. In 1993, Dwayne and other Black comic creators formed Milestone Media. There, they could publish their own comics with a range of characters to represent their cultures. They told stories rooted in the issues of the day, like racism, violence, poverty, and mixed them with comic book favorites like shape-shifting aliens or giant mutants. Milestone eventually became the most successful minority-owned comic publisher ever. Its comic, Static Shock, was a huge success and got its own animated television show. I remember watching that when I was a kid, with Dwayne as writer and producer. He was so good that he was invited to write for other animated shows such as Justice League Unlimited and the Teen Titans. Dwayne never forgot his roots though, and returned to comics to write for the Justice League and Fantastic Four. Dwayne was a true champion for a more inclusive comic book landscape, and through it all he entertained and enlightened audiences with fantasy and humor. The end. That was another kind of a short story, but I really appreciate you guys joining me. So now you know where some of Marvel's great ideas come from us, you know. That's pretty exciting. So next time you watch a Marvel movie, Spider-Man, think of Mr. McDuffie and all that he contributed to some of the Marvel characters. And also, please, please, please like, share, comment below with any suggestions or anything you'd like to say. And definitely subscribe to Season Storytime. And with that, I'll see you next time. Good night.